Greetings, 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 Africans, and welcome to a special edition of the UNIA Rock Media. In our studios, we have the very famous, our dear brother, Oster G. Bryan. He was there today at the vigil. Today is Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. He was at the vigil at the location of Linden Boulevard and Springfield Boulevard. So at this point, we're going to go right to it. Okay, Brother Oster, give us the details. This was a vigil. What was the purpose? What's going on? What are the solutions? What are you bringing to the table? Go right ahead.
So on the morning of September 22nd at 8:20 a.m., a young brother, 13-year-old, was shot at the intersection, in front of the Dunkin' Donuts near the intersection of Linden Boulevard and Springfield Boulevard. The young brother is 13 years old, as I said. His name was Sanjay Samuels. So say his name, Sanjay.
Sanjay
Samuels. Exactly. And, apparently, I think this is either the result of a earlier altercation, probably the week before.
Also, what happened wasn't that day. It was not Monday, September 22nd. I mean, the end result, but there was an altercation before then.
Correct. Okay. Yeah, as I'm understanding, with a 16-year-old by the name of Jason Sykes, who again, I'm hesitant to rely on the media.
Okay. And this is public knowledge.
Yes, because Jason has since turned himself in with his attorney, so of course he's not talking. There's images of Jason with the gun at the corner in his hand as he's running away. Allegedly, there was a good Samaritan, actually, that saw the shooting and followed Jason, asking him to turn himself in. The story's a little etchy, right? Because he says, turn yourself in. Jason says no. He's like, give me your gun. Jason says no. And then he says, give me your sweatshirt. I guess Jason was wearing a very distinctive sweatshirt, and Jason gives him the sweatshirt. I'm not sure what the purpose of giving him the sweatshirt was. But long story short, Jason did turn himself in a few days later with his attorney with him. And so we've been doing memorials. This is like actually the third one. The first one was accidental because it was actually meant to be for Sunday, but he put the date of the 25th,
which was a Thursday.
Because so I ended up going out there that day. A few of us going out there, and as not to lose or waste time, right? Folks are there and we're there for a purpose, so we carried it out. So we actually did a small memorial that day. PG came out that day as well.
Who's PG?
President General.
The Honorable Michael R. Duncan.
Duncan, that's right, the one and only.
The business owner.
The business owner.
Okay.
The President General of the UNIA ACL.
Okay.
The 10th successor to the Honorable Marcus Mazai Garvey. And so, so we had the vigil then, like a small one. And then on Sunday, they did another one, which involved some pastors.
So, okay, let's get some dates. Shooting on the 22nd.
Correct.
First vigil on the 25th,
yes.
Thursday. Shooting Monday, 22nd of September. First vigil Thursday, September 25th. The next vigil is Sunday, September 28th.
Yes.
Okay. And then today, September 30th.
Yes.
Okay. Who has been behind those vigils?
So I actually thought it was 100 suits because the initial one, especially one for Sunday, was coordinated by 100 Suits. That's Kevin Livingston. It's a CMS. That's a crisis management system. They have them all over the city. They have different catchment areas. But then this one, I thought was going to be done by 100 Suits, but this one was done by King of Kings, the Furtado brothers, Lance Furtado specifically. This involved all of the CMSs throughout the city. So they had CMSs coming from Staten Island, the Bronx, Brooklyn, of course, Man Up, who we've been engaging with, doing our interactions with.
These are all nonprofit organizations.
Yes, and this is part of the funding that the current presidential administration is threatening to cut. But so they had the memorial. The family was there today. The family was also there Sunday. Again, I didn't make the one on Sunday, but it was a good turnout. All right, they dominated the corner for about 2 hours, for the better part of 2 hours.
Okay.
Students came out. So students, because the reason why they planned it for 2:00 today is because we wanted to catch kids coming out of school and engage with them, and that occurred.
And that, okay, good. Okay, Brother Oster, is this the first time someone from a youth with all the future on the planet, all the future to him or herself, is this the first time one of our youth are gunned down senselessly through gun violence?
No, absolutely not.
Is this going to be the last time? We hope so.
We hope so. Yes.
Okay.
Because that we control the future. If we can't change the past, but we can affect the future.
Okay.
So 16 years to the week. Actually, on October 2nd.
You mean 9 years ago?
16.
16 years ago,
Yes.
in 2009.
2009, October 2nd. Kevin Miller, another 13-year-old, lost his life at that exact same corner. That instance was his mother had let him. McDonald's was a treat, I guess. So let him go to McDonald's for a treat. He was on his way home and actually got caught in the middle of gunfire. So there was two groups shooting back and forth at each other, and he was struck and lost his life. So Kevin Miller's parents were there today, and that's always good to see, because a lot of times with incidents like these, the parents only care about their child. Sadly to say. So it's good that they were able to, say, okay, this is about us, not just my child, but this is about our children. And so it was good to see Kevin Miller's senior out there today with Sanjay's mother and family.
Okay. Brother Oster, what do you think is the solution, and what are you going to bring to the table?
So with all things, right, it starts with education. You know that. I know that.
Okay.
Again, this happened in the morning, right? He was on his way to school, so you can't say he was just hanging out. But I've always been an advocate of longer school days. All right. Anybody, you asked me about China a while ago. They have longer school days, longer school years. So,
by the way, the reason why we're discussing China is because part of the MBA program that Brother Oster pursued, he spent time in China.
Yeah.
And so we're discussing Mandarin and his fluency then. Okay, continue.
Yeah, because there's no accident that they're good at math and things. I'm sure you would agree. The thing with math is not that, it's not hard, but it's how long does it take you to give up? So children who give up in 5 minutes aren't going to be very good. But if you're able to struggle with it for like 15 minutes, it'll come to you, right? What that also tells is no problem that you can't solve if you just dedicate some time to it, right? And you will come up with the solution, but you can't quit. And so we got to get children not to quit. But part of that, again, is longer school days. Have them longer time to struggle with these things. One of the tricks that some of the other communities have figured out of passing tests is they give their children like IADs. So that means they're qualified for more time to take the standardized test. And so now once you have more time to take the test, you have a better chance of succeeding at it. Okay. See, it's about time. So time is the...
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it all starts for education. What about these gigantic buildings, and I'm borrowing President General's term,
yes.
these gigantic buildings that they call schools, public schools.
Yes.
What's the deal with that?
Cool. So
what can we do?
So one of the things is, speaking to longer school days, is have more programming, especially from 3 to 6, because that doesn't cost any additional money.
Whoa. No additional money?
Because they're already open.
So hold it. All public schools in New York City, they can be open from 3 to 6.
At no additional cost.
No additional cost.
Yes.
So why don't we do that?
That's the point. Why don't we? Especially that we live in there's 2 school districts here, right? One is the worst performing in the borough. We have a specialized high school in Southeast Queens here that has no black students.
The one at your college.
Exactly. I think they had there was a class graduated 400 students. 7 were black. Period. And this is right across the street from what they call South Jamaica houses. We call 40 Projects, which is a predominantly black area, South Jamaica, Queens. And right across the street, you have this wonderful school. And don't tell me that education, it's not about resources, right? It's about opportunity. We should be giving those opportunities to our young ones. And so, we're going to take the schools. We're going to adapt programming for on all of them. Right?
Okay.
From 3
now,
to 6.
Let me ask you a question. can the state legislature do that? Does that fall under the realm of the powers of the state legislature?
Yes, so education is a state issue, all right? So even with mayoral control, which we all agree has to go, the mayor has to make his appeal to the state to maintain that. All right. So again, state legislature still has to get signed off on by the governor. But yes, at the state legislative level, you do have a say on all things education.
Okay. So state legislature can make an impact.
Yes.
Because education is a state function.
Yes.
Good. The buildings, we're gonna have to take them back.
Yes.
3 to 6.
Yes.
What about after 6? What happens then?
So then you might need. So really, what you have to pay for after 6 is the janitor.
Okay.
So you got to pay for his time for him staying back because he has to lock up.
But
that's it. That's not even a lot. That's not an exorbitant cost.
Okay. So we can definitely have it up until 6.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm sure the janitor won't mind the overtime if you want to keep him there later.
Right. Okay. What about Saturdays? How does that work?
Saturdays is a different, because again, now you got to bring in janitor to open up.
That's a different
cost. It's the janitor cost.
Okay.
It's the janitor
Monday
cost.
through Friday, we can have it from 3 to 6.
Yes.
So we need to do this ASAP.
And that's already on the law. I mean, that's not that doesn't require any legislation. That's already on the books.
Okay.
It's just that we do have some superintendents who don't really care. So we got to make them care.
And as part of the state legislature, what would you do?
What
are you going to do?
Yeah, so we can make that mandatory. Again, I do believe in taking away mayoral control. So therefore, maybe we can mandate it that way, or maybe adapting it. Right? Again, we're thinking about ways of achieving a goal here. Ideally, you want to do away completely with mayoral control. But if we can achieve an objective that helps our children, then we still go with that.
Okay. Now, Brother Oster, I missed the vigil. I was there earlier,
you were there.
But I was called away. I had a chance to speak to a brother.
Yeah.
And you know what the brother told me? It's self-hatred. That's what this is about. In the sense that if we love ourselves, some things we don't do. How are you going to bring that in? Is that part of your after-school program? We're talking about reprogramming, changing our attitude, bringing in Africanness.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Yeah. So now you're talking about having faculty who really care. So then that really goes to us making sure that we have the right principals in these schools. I know and you know that we've had really good principals, and those are the ones they do away with. And the ones who are absolutely dysfunctional, they're going to be around for 40 years, 50 years, right? So we want to make sure that we're rewarding the proper behavior. So principals that achieve, that we reward them, and then we take those models. I think you had a conversation with Basir and Chawi, right? If you see something working and then you copy that model, right?
Just look at what the President General has done with the rod.
Exactly, just copy the model.
Plagiarize of Mr. Garvey. As simple as that. It works when I do it. Okay, now how can we in the community support you in the work that you're doing, that you're going to be doing?
One of the things I would always ask, I'm not running as a leader, right? Because there's a lot of leaders around here, and I'm running as a representative, right? So therefore, I'm here to listen to you. I'm always impressed at white nationalists because Robert Holder. I'm gonna use him as an example. I mean, he's a real example for me. But he did a rally this week for Charlie Kirk. He led the rally. He led the rally. And I was like, okay. And 1,000 people showed up at least, right? And so that's what an advocate should be, right? You listen to your community, you do what your community wants you to do. Pardon me if I go on a little tangent here. Before we attended the vigil for Sanjay, I was in Supreme Court here in Southeast Queens because parts of the community, they want to put lithium-ion battery stations.
Lithium-ion, carcinogenic lithium-ion batteries, those.
Right beside someone's home, people we know. And so...
in Southeast Queens.
And the community, is glad to see the community come together. They raised the money. They paid lawyers. but the representation is absent. You're right. In Eric Holder's district, they wanted to do the same thing. They found a solution. They said, all right, we're not going to put this by people's homes. They actually put it in cemeteries. Why? Because cemeteries, if you understand the business model for cemeteries, they have a cash flow issue, right? It's a one-time use business. So they need a cash flow. So they put the battery station in a cemetery. You know, those folks aren't going to complain. And it's away from people's homes.
Why don't we do that in South Africa? There are a lot of cemeteries.
Exactly. But, that's the point. And actually, there's a new cemetery
At Roy Wilkins
on the side of the park. Exactly. On the other side of where they want to put this station. A brand new cemetery. So I say that to say, yeah, I'm running to be the representative of Southeast Queens. Not this is plenty of brilliant people like President General, yourself, the first assistant. There's plenty of leaders. All right, that's not saying I'm shirking responsibility. There's going to be moments where the community may not understand something. That's when leadership comes in. All right, but outside of that, I am your representative. I'm here to work for you, and not the other way around.
Okay.
Race first.
Okay. In closing up, I need to let people know that we're actually at the Hillside Studios, which is in the district. Yes. We're at the Marcus Garvey Hillside Studios, which is part of the district. Yeah. This is going to be our base. This is our base of operations. Okay. Brother Oster, okay, we get it. We got to provide after-school programs. Take control of these schools. They already... President General, Mr. Duncan lets us know we have the authority for that.
Yes.
We just haven't been using it.
Exactly.
So we need to go do that. Yes. Okay. Now, programming. We're going to have to bring in some real programming.
Yeah, programming.
Arts and crafts, no problem. Math and science, no problem. Yes. But there's got to be some history.
Yes.
Some nationalism. I mean, come on.
It's only right.
I mean, come on, Brother Oster. We need to know, about Imhotep. We need to know about Asada Shakur.
Exactly.
Ancestors. Okay, so you're on board with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Brother Oster, why should I don't know you. Well, I know you. I actually approve of you, and I really like you. What if I don't know you? I've never seen you. I've never met you. You come on the scene. Why would I vote for you? Why would I let you represent me? Go right ahead.
So again, I'm your servant. You shouldn't. Trust has to be earned. I've been doing a lot of work. Some of it you can probably even Google. But that's where the engagement happens. I'm an open book. I'm accessible. I follow the maxims of Patao Tab. Number 17 is a good listen with kindness calms hearts and creates friends. So this is about engagement. As your servant, I'm here to listen. And yes, I have philosophies. There might be things we disagree on, but I'm here first to be your advocate. And once you tell me this is your issue, that should be the end of the conversation. Because what I've seen too often is that these people don't even care what you think. Once you elected them, they're going to go do what they want. And too often, we've actually told electors what we want, and they went and did the opposite, and with no repercussions, which is ludicrous. And what's so funny is, I'm doing my outreach. I called the brother, and I says, I'm calling you to ask your permission to run. He's been so abused. He's like, what does that even mean? Like he had never even heard of the concept. Like you're asking about, he's like, what does that mean? It's like you're so used to being in an abusive relationship that you don't understand when someone's trying to be
somebody's loving.
Exactly.
Good man is on the scene.
Exactly. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do, but we have been doing the work. We didn't start. Okay. We've been doing it for a long time, so we have a track record. And so you can see the trajectory.
Okay. Last two questions. Are you going to sell out?
I'll expound on this at a point. That is one of my nightmares, that I would become something that I despise. And so you think running for office, and some people might think that's a goal. I actually don't want to do this. I'm doing this because I see a void. I see a community that's not being heard. I'm doing this out of a sense of responsibility. I'm also president of the Queens Division of the UNI. I necessarily didn't want to do that, but if I need to, I step up. How many times have you ever asked me to do something, first assistant, and I said, no, I'm not going to do it?
Never.
That's the point.
Well, that's why
That's the point.
on you.
Listen, when if there's things that need to be done, we step up and we do it, right? I told the brother, I said, if you really believe that the black man and woman is God, we got to wake up every morning, go out and prove it. So that's what we're going to do.
Okay, I
Thank
said
you.
2 questions. Number one, you're going to stop. The answer is emphatically no.
I can't.
Never.
I can't.
Okay, and number two, last question. Where, even though this is politics we're talking about, where does self-reliance fall into this?
Cool. So I would say that my job is to make sure that the government doesn't get in your way. I'm there to keep the door open. They might try to close it. I'm there to keep it open. Yes. Do I believe that politics is going to save black people? No. The function I serve is to make sure that you get what you're supposed to get, and to make sure that the government treats you like it's supposed to treat everybody else, and that you get and that I create the space for you to be self-sufficient. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, is it Oster for us?
Yes, it is.
Okay, there you have it. It's been our pleasure to have our dear brother Oster G. Bryan.
And I want to thank the first assistant. This is the hardest working man. He never sleeps. He never stops. He's like what's the
and everybody's looking for me too. That's the worst part.
The hummingbird. How fast is the hummingbird? That's what I think of when I think of first assistant.
Okay, there you have it. So the job continues. So I guess this Saturday, October 4th at 4 p.m., we're having a meet and greet for our dear brother Oster at the Hillside Studios. Again, starting at 4 p.m., meet and greet. Brother Oster, please give us your last words.
It's simple. There's only one God, one aim, and one destiny. Africa for the Africans, those at home and abroad.
There you have it. The words of our dear brother Oster G. Bryan. Okay.